Hi, I'm Jason Hudson from Tenzig Technology, and today we'll be showing you how to create a Tenzig Manager package that will deploy and install the LiquidWare Profile Unity Client to our Tenzig Windows 11 IoT device. This gives us the ability to take advantage of the ProfileUnity and FlexApp digital workspace management solution that helps users and administrators manage applications and user environments. ProfileUnity manages user profiles, policies, data and cloud storage. FlexApp layers applications on Microsoft desktops to reduce base image management. It also allows administrators to assign applications to groups of users. We'll create a Tenzig Manager package from inside the Tenzig Manager web console to deploy and run the ProfileUnity Client installer, and also show you how to identify that the client and associated services were installed successfully. During the demo, I'll make reference to the Tenzig Windows IoT device and also the Tenzig Manager server, which is where my image store and Tenzig Manager update package will reside. We'll also be including a batch command script that will run as part of the Tenzig Manager update package, and we'll refer to the location of these as coming from the dev repository on my own PC, just to distinguish between that and the Tenzig Manager image store. Before we continue, please just take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the Tenzig YouTube channel. Your support enables us to reach a wider audience and continue providing valuable information to the tech community. For this Tenzig update package, we're going to deploy two files to the Tenzig device. One is the actual ProfileUnity Client compressed installer file, and the other is going to be the controlling.bat file that will handle various operations during the Tenzig Manager update package execution on the thin client. So let's take a look inside the dev repository on my PC and open up the folder that contains the two files and explain a bit more about them. Inside the folder named ProfileUnity Client, you can see a file called ProfileUnity Client Tools 687ga.exe. This is the compressed content of the ProfileUnity Client installer that we're going to transmit, extract and then install as part of the Tenzig Manager update package we'll create in just a moment. The next file inside the folder that will be deployed is called one-ProfileUnity Client-install.bat and will be responsible for controlling the actual extraction and installation of the client. Before we have a look at what this command file does, we'll just explain how Tenzig Manager will deploy and call this script. When we build the Tenzig Manager update package to deploy these two files, we'll set a parameter that copies the contents from inside the image store Win Updates update package folder to a dynamic subfolder on the Tenzig client inside the Windows temp folder. Once the contents have arrived inside there, then our ProfileUnity Client installer batch command file will be called and carry out the remainder of processing to finish the installation. Let's open the batch command file and take a look inside to see what it does. The first line just creates the folder called temp in the root of C, ready to copy this batch file and the compressed ProfileUnity client into. The next copy command literally does that and copies the two files from the Windows temp dynamic subfolder to this temp folder, ready for processing. The timeout is placed here just to give the copy command time to complete copying the files into the temp folder from the Windows temp subfolder. The next command calls the compressed file and extracts the content into a subfolder within temp called ProfileUnity Extracted. Again, a timeout is placed inside here to let the extraction process complete before the next command takes place. The next command calls the ProfileUnity Client installer called lwl.profileunity.client.startup.exe from within the temp ProfileUnity Extracted folder. This is the command that installs various LiquidWare services and the ProfileUnity client. We'll show these running following the creation and deployment of the Tenzig Manager update package in just a few minutes. The last command in the file just exits following execution. Now that we have the files to do the work on the 10zig client, let's create the 10zig Manager update package. Inside the 10zig Manager web console, click the Update Packages icon from within the Management tab, click Add, and you'll be presented with the Manage Windows Client Update Packages dialog box. Click Next on the intro screen and you'll be prompted to enter a name for your update package. We're going to give this update package the same name as the batch command file inside the dev repository, just so they match up and for ease of reference. So we're going to use the name one-ProfileUnity Client-install. Once we've done that, we click Next and we're presented with the dialog to specify the update installer file and or any command line parameters. We need to click Select File, and when the 10zig Manager image store contents are displayed, click the Upload button, as we're going to upload the batch command file to our 10zig Manager image store first. We need to navigate to the dev repository where the batch command file resides again. Highlight the one-ProfileUnity Client-install.bat and then click Open. Click Yes to the Confirm Upload question and you should see the ProfileUnity Client-install.bat appear in the image store list below. Now, we need to highlight this command file and click Select File, and a few seconds later you'll see it inside the dialog box. In the Run Command Line Parameters box below, we need to specify the command to run once the update package reaches the 10zig Windows client. You can enter any command inside here, but in this case, the command we're going to run is the batch command file above. You can either just type in the name of the batch command file name again, or just use the parameter called update_file with a less than and greater than symbol either side of it. For this type of deployment, because we're going to copy and execute from the local temporary folder, we're going to use this update_file parameter, as we won't know what the Windows Temp Dynamic subfolder will be called during the execution process. And by using this method, the 10zig Manager update package will preserve the full folder and batch command line path once it's running under Windows Temp. So, we need to tick the box Copy and Execute from Local Temporary folder. Once we've done this, we click Next and we're prompted to select the update execution level. We want to run this deployment under the local system account, so we're leaving this as the default. We click Next, and then we're presented with the Write Protection dialog. If your Windows IoT devices are set up to use the UWF or Unified Write Filter, and this is enabled on your devices, then you'll need to tick the Disable and Enable boxes, just so your changes are preserved on the 10zig device once they've been applied. For this demo, we're not using the UWF, so we can leave them just as they are and click Next to move on. Now we can see the summary of the update package and all the options we've specified. Once they meet your requirements, just click Finish and the update will be saved, and you'll see it appear in the list. We just need to do one more thing before we can deploy this update package, and that's to copy the compressed ProfileUnity Client installer file to the 10zig Manager server's Win Updates folder for this package. We're doing this because once 10zig Manager starts deploying this update, it will transfer our batch command file and anything else inside the folder to the 10zig device inside the Windows Temp Dynamic subfolder. From this point, this is when our .bat file gets launched and copies our two files to the C:temp folder during execution. Now that we've created the 10zig Manager update package, let's deploy it to the 10zig Windows IoT device and see how to check that it installed everything successfully. Right-click on the 10zig device, select Windows Client Administration, Updates, and then Execute Updates. Click to highlight the install package and then click OK. When you're asked to confirm running the update, click Yes, and you'll see the job running in the task status window below. Now, because we have a couple of wait processes in the install.bat, this might take a couple of minutes to install completely. So for the purpose of the demo, we'll just push forward until the job is completed. And now we can see the status has changed to succeeded. Let's remote into the Tenzing device and show you how to identify that the services and the ProfileUnity client were installed successfully. On the Tenzing device, under the Administrator account, navigate to the Start menu, All Programs, Windows Tools, and then Services. Scroll down and you'll see the LiquidWare Labs services inside there with a status of running. Now, if you go back to the Start menu again, All Programs, Windows System, Control Panel, and then Programs and Features, you'll see the ProfileUnity client in the list. So we've successfully installed both the services and client, and so ready to take advantage of the ProfileUnity and FlexApp digital workspace management solutions. This concludes today's demonstration on how to create a Tenzing Manager update package to deploy and install the LiquidWare ProfileUnity client to our Tenzing Windows 11 IoT device, all from within the Tenzing Manager web console. It explained the execution processes inside a batch command file that controlled the full extraction and install operations on the Tenzing device once it had been deployed. Finally, we showed you how to identify that the client and associated services were installed successfully. If you enjoyed the video and found the content helpful, please take a moment to like it and also subscribe to the Tenzing YouTube channel. Your support enables us to reach a wider audience and continue providing valuable information to the tech community. Remember, if you have any questions regarding this or related topics, then please contact your Tenzing team or visit the website at www.tenzing.com. From all of us here at Tenzing, thanks for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day.